Which of these maiden ones are you most likely to miss? Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm the Chess Nerd and today we'll be counting down 6 times world-class chess players missed mate in one move. In this list we have top 3s, top 5s, and even world champions, which is nuts. Starting in at number 6, we have a game that was played over 130 years ago by Carl Schlechter, who was one of the top 3 chess players of his time in the late 1800s and 1900s and 1910s. Very, very dominant player of his time. In this position, after queen e7 by his opponent, he missed mate in 1 and he played queen h6. Instead, he should have played just a simple queen h8 is checkmate, but queen h6, and at least he eventually went on to win the game fair and square, like so. At number 5, we have Svetozar Gligorić, who was top 10 of his era, the 1950s, a very tough era, so he's absolutely world-class, it's undoubtedly. And here, after taking on d8, his opponent throws a couple checks trying to hunt the king, and here king takes d8, a subtle, huge mistake, shouldn't take the rook. Why so? Well, according to Gligorić, rook d1 is the best move, but according to us, bishop f6 just checkmates in one move. I would be kind of likely to miss this one, I'm not gonna lie. At least Gligorić, once again, went on to win it in a very complicated way. He complicated his life that day, but eventually won it. At number 4, we have 2 times candidate for the World Chess Champion. Here, Viktor Korchnoi had an amazing attack with the white pieces. Takes, check, king here, we're close to mate, right? The bishop takes up g7, there's not mate yet. Queen h5 check, king moves, check, king moves, takes on f7, rook g8, wait, isn't there, whoa, replay. Queen h6 is checkmate! He missed this against a world-class chess player, one of the best that Brazil has ever seen, and we go with knight takes e5, and at least he ends up winning 4 moves later, but he still missed mate in 1. At number 3 spot, we have the World Chess Champion of Correspondence Chess. So I would send you a move in an email or by letters, and then I was the world champion of that, right? So here, Gert-Jan Timmerman plays queen h4 with the black pieces, sacrificing his rook, right? If rook takes, queen e1 check, and you would win back the rook as played, right? Wait a second, wasn't there better than taking this rook back? Yes, there was. Queen g3 is checkmate. And I think Jan was expecting like king g2 and this is never mate, but his opponent made a fatal blunder. Luckily, we just won 2 moves later after a resign, after queen e1 check. At the number 2 spot, we have 13th World Chess Champion and one of the greatest chess players of all time, Garry Kasparov. You guessed it. Here, this was played in a simul, so all respect to Mr. Kasparov. You know, in a simul, it's very, very difficult. Knight d8 check, double check from this queen and this knight. King is forced up. Check here on a4. King a5 is forced, or not, actually king c4. b4 check, c takes b4, c takes, and we won a couple moves later. Did you catch the checkmate though? There was a checkmate right here. White missed. Knight c6 checkmate in one move. And finally, at number 1, Vassily Ivanchuk. This is the worst one on the list because he ended up losing after missing mate in 1 against Vishy Anand. This was a blitz match, so it's less like long time control things. But still, rook c8 check, riveting attack right by Ivanchuk. Here, king takes. Rook c2, rook gets into the attack, king here. And this is huge video on YouTube, I think like millions of views, of the actual footage, because this was recorded, of the commentators going crazy over Vassily Ivanchuk losing his mind, not finding this mate in 1 for like 2 minutes, which is nuts. And the mate in 1 here, you guessed it, is queen takes mate on h1. He even missed a mate in 2. Like you can even play queen here and then find this, but he ended up playing queen f4 and lost to Vishy Anand moves later because of that fatal mistake. So sad. I hope you enjoyed this video of the top 6 chess players who missed mate in 1. Pause the video to solve the problem in all of them, and have a marvelous day, of course.